2 or 3 weeks ago, I made a video about the PlayStation 2 and what games were expensive, and you guys seem to enjoy it. So what we're going to do in this video is talk about the Xbox original and what games I have in my collection. I dig through the games, and we talk about what games are actually more expensive than I thought. All these games on this list are $30 or more, and some of these are quite shocking, and then others are like not a surprise as much to me. So let's go ahead and hop into it and figure out what games I have in my collection that are worth a lot of money. The first game we're going to talk about is Psychonauts, and forgive me for the stickers. I ran out of rubbing alcohol, so I left that thing on, but usually I will try to take them off before a video, so forgive me there, please. But Psychonauts is $16 loose or $31 complete, and honestly that surprises me. I figured this was like a $15 or $20 game, but that's not to knock this game. This game is amazing. It's a ton of fun. It looks cool, and I just like the aesthetic of this game. So for $30, check this game out, and if you think it's interesting, go ahead and pick it up. It's totally worth it. Next, we are talking about a game that I think is a really fun game, and honestly, I love the movies, so when I saw this game, I had to pick this up, but I didn't know it would be this expensive, and that's Evil Dead: A Fistful of Boomstick. I played this on the channel like 2 or 3 years ago for a live stream, and honestly, it's a ton of fun. If you like Evil Dead, you should definitely check this game out. Now, looking at price charting, again, loose disc, this is about $17, but if you have it complete, it is $30, and honestly, I could see why this is $30. It's a game that's not as much known, but the movies are well known, and obviously, when you take that movie and put it on a game for the Xbox original, I think it just adds to the kind of value of it. It adds to that. Now, if this was a new game, they would probably manage to screw it up, but this game is actually pretty fun, and if you haven't played it, you definitely should check this out. Forgive me for pronouncing this game wrong, and I probably will do it a few times, and that is Otogi: Myth of Demons. Now, this is a pretty cool game. It's actually pretty wild, so if you're into games that are kind of like samurai-esque, you should definitely check this out. Definitely get the feels of this game. I definitely think it's a fun game you should pick up. But we're talking about the price. On price charting currently, this is $18 loose or $34 complete. That's a pretty good price. Now, I didn't expect this to be this much. I was thinking like 25, maybe 20, but 35, that's pretty impressive. So I saw this on the shelf and I was like, I gotta talk about this. I didn't expect this. I'm pretty sure I paid like $7 or $8 from GameStop for it a few years ago, so I definitely am stoked that I picked this up. When people think about expensive games, they often think of Panzer Dragoon, and this is no different. Panzer Dragoon Orta on the Xbox original is actually kind of expensive. I didn't expect it to be this much because it's not on the Sega Saturn, it's not Panzer Dragoon Saga, and so I was like, this one's not gonna be worth that much. But then I looked this up. It's 20 bucks loose disc, which is absolutely amazing, and then $40 complete. So this game is actually worth more than I thought it was, and honestly, I think this game is definitely well worth it. It's a ton of fun. Now, it was re-released on certain platforms, like I believe the Switch, the Xbox One, and the PS4. I might be wrong there. I haven't played it there. But this is a perfect game to pick up and play. It is more expensive, but it's still a ton of fun. I've always been a big fan of Gauntlet games, so whenever I saw this on the list, I was actually quite surprised. I didn't expect it to be worth as much as it is, but Gauntlet Dark Legacy is actually kind of worth getting. Like, it's a fun game, and I'm not saying it's not, but it's worth more than I thought it was. If you pick this up loose, it is $24, or if you pick it up complete, it is $35. That surprised me. I figured at most this was 20 to 25 bucks. I figured it's a Gauntlet game. People are probably overlooking this. It's a ton of fun, but I just didn't think people would actually like hold this as as valuable as it is. And so when I saw this, I was like, okay, we gotta talk about this. Now, it's not as expensive as Panzer Dragoon Orta, but this game is actually still worth quite a bit of money. So the one game in my collection that I knew was going to be on this list, because it's definitely well worth it, is Call of Cthulhu Dark Corners of the Earth. I always forget the long name of this, I just think Call of Cthulhu. But honestly, this game is a ton of fun. It looks amazing, and for an Xbox original game, this is a game you should be playing. If you pick this up on price charting, it is $27, or complete, it is 45 bucks, which honestly, I figured this might be worth a little bit more, maybe 50 to 60, but for 45 bucks, I definitely think this game is well worth it. And honestly, if you are a fan of the Xbox original and you don't have this game, what are you doing? Like, you should pick this up. Seriously, pick it up. The next game we've got to talk about is Godzilla Save the Earth. I saw this in my collection and I knew that this was one I had to talk about, because honestly, I have been trying to get these type of games for a long time. I've got the GameCube version, which is, I think, like something about a melee. I don't remember what it's called, but these games are a ton of fun. You should definitely pick them up if you don't have them. However, it's going to set you back quite a bit of money. Loose disc, this game is $32, and complete, you're looking at $51. So far, this is the most expensive game on the list. However, this is totally worth it. This is an amazing game. It's so much fun. I just love playing this game. If you've got an Xbox original, you gotta pick this up. And last but not least, we've got to talk about a game that I actually stumbled upon and I did not expect to buy 2 years ago, and that is Jurassic Park Operation Genesis. Now, this is exactly the game you want to have in your collection. This is basically Zoo Tycoon, but with dinosaurs. Like, come on, this is amazing. Now, I stumbled upon this at a game exchange about 2 years ago. I have not been to a game exchange since then. This was like the first time I'd been in a year, and I stumbled upon this. It was a great deal, and so I had to pick it up. Now, if you were looking at picking it up now, you would pay $45 just for the loose disc of this game, and then $69 for this game. And oh my goodness, this is an amazing game. It's so much fun. Totally well worth it. It is expensive though. So if you're thinking about picking this up, I would check it out, but I would definitely pick it up. It's amazing and you should definitely have it. So that is it. These are 8 games from my Xbox original collection that are worth more than $30 each. Some of them just 30, some of them like 45, 50, 60 bucks. It's absolutely crazy to me that Xbox original games can be this expensive, because honestly, I feel like people overlook the Xbox original. I absolutely love this console, and that's why I wanted to talk about it. We did the PS2 one about 2 weeks ago. Check that out if you haven't, and that's all I've got for you. See you guys later.